So, I gotta say, first of all, I'm very, very happy with every comment I got on yesterday's video. Every single one of them was a great comment. People were insightful. They had things to say, points to make. You know, they had their perspectives they wanted to bring to it. Nobody chose to take me out of context or twist what I had to say or fuck around with anything. Everybody was straight up and honest. It was fucking awesome. It was a great comment section. I really want to say thank you to all of you that commented on yesterday's video. Fantastic comments, every single one of them. I do want to make one point. Somebody had made a point of saying that it was Biden that mentioned the Proud Boys, not Trump. Fair enough. I don't believe that I said that Trump mentioned them. Honestly, I thought it was Chris Wallace. Because Trump was kind of talking to Chris Wallace, and Biden wasn't really one to kind of jump in and interrupt Trump as much as Trump was interrupting Biden. And I kind of could hear some murmuring in the background, and I thought that Joe Biden was just kind of murmuring in the back. Joe Biden was not very loud. So, you know what I mean? That the Proud Boys came over loud and clear, so I thought it was Chris Wallace. It wasn't Chris Wallace, it was Joe Biden. So, you know, whatever, there you go. Somebody had mentioned that Trump did address the Proud Boys, that whole thing, and I heard that, and I thought that was, you know, it was an answer. It was, you know, whatever. It was an answer. He said, I told him, stand down, let the police handle shit. Fantastic clarification. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done. That's exactly what I wanted him to say. That's exactly what he should have said. That's exactly what needed to be said. There's police for this. You guys are a private militia group, essentially. You're a little, you know, vigilante-ish group or whatever the fuck it is you want to be that you're not yet. This is like, we have cops for that. Let the cops handle the shit, right? Fine. Fantastic. People were talking about that they had watched the debate again. And I gotta be honest, I hadn't even fucking considered that. Like, there wasn't even a possibility of that. I was like, pfft. But I think maybe this weekend I might watch it again. Because a lot of people were saying that, you know, because they knew what was happening, you know, they were able to kind of focus more on what was actually being said. I think Dana Perino said that she listened to it. That she, like, you know, listened to it instead of actually watching it. I might try and do that. I don't know. But I don't know. Apparently you get a different perspective when you listen to it a second time. You know, knowing what happened the first time, you can kind of focus more in on what you're actually hearing from them, as opposed to just going, you know. So, I don't know. I'm considering that. You might get another take. Probably not. I'm probably going to have the exact same take. It was a giant fuck up. Donald Trump could have won that thing easily, but he just pissed it away. It's like, college is graded fucking stupid. Like, you have to, essentially, if you're a rank 1 team and you're playing a rank 5 team, you have to beat them by like 150 points or else you might drop rank. You know what I mean? Like, it's so stupid like that. So, essentially, it's Donald Trump playing against Joe Biden, and because Trump only beat him by like 1 point, he didn't crush him by like 500, it's a loss. You know what I mean? Like, I agree with Sticks, because Joe Biden's expectations were so goddamn low. The fact that he was just able to stand for the whole 90 minutes was good enough for everybody to go, wow, look, Joe might actually be able to be president. Donald Trump, however, needed to actually, like, beat Joe. Joe just needed to beat gravity. Joe won against gravity, and Donald Trump beat Joe Biden, but you couldn't really tell because he never shut up long enough for any of his fucking wonderful shots to marinate. I think that's just going to be my opinion no matter what. Like, I don't know. I might actually watch it again and see if I get anything different out of it, but I don't know. But today, I want to talk about something totally different. And then, I want to spin that into today's story. Now, when I was moving last month and all that fucking chaos and shit, there was a lot of things happening. There was a lot of shit I wanted to talk about, and then the first couple of weeks there, everything was scatterbrained, and I was still trying to do everything all at once. And I never, ever, ever got to do the video on Kyle Rittenhouse. So the story of Kyle Rittenhouse is actually a very, very sad one. It's very Shakespearean when it comes down to it. My knowledge of events is spotty because reports of the events are spotty. I've been following it since it happened. I've been looking into it, and I watched a video of a lawyer guy who was reading the prosecution's complaint, what they filed for the complaint. So I'm more or less going to be giving you the information as it stands on the prosecution's complaint. Right? I can do this because the prosecution, I would say they gave a extremely fair assessment of what happened. It's very odd to me. It's not generally what you'd want to see the prosecution do. You know, I don't know. It was very fucking weird. If the prosecution wants to win, they shouldn't have told the truth. I don't know. So, it was very fucking weird. But, as has been reported, and as was in the prosecution's complaint, well, okay, as has been reported, we'll start at the very beginning. Who is Kyle Rittenhouse? Kyle Rittenhouse is a 17-year-old guy who, I guess, as there was a report that said, he worked in Kenosha, but he lived in the next state. But he lived like 20 minutes from Kenosha. So he made a cross-state commute 20 minutes every day to go to work or whatever. This is what I hear. Apparently one of the business owners in Kenosha asked him if he would like to come and help protect business, right? Now, from the video, it looked like a body shop. Like, it looked like a garage. People were saying it was a gas station. I didn't see gas pumps. I don't know. I only saw one side of the fucking building, and there was a bunch of people around it and shit, so I don't really know. There could have been gas pumps on the other side. I have no fucking clue. Looked like a garage to me. Other people are saying it's a gas station. Is there really all that much of a difference when it really comes down to it? Garages have a lot of gasoline and oil and flammable shit in them. Gas stations have a lot of flammable shit in them. Right? So, apparently this business asked this guy to help defend the property during the riots. It's been reported that Kyle did not bring the rifle himself, that he was given that when he arrived. It's also been reported that he brought the rifle. He did bring, or he had with him, at the very least, a first aid kit. He had a rifle. And he was wearing rubber gloves. Everybody wanted to make fun of him for wearing the rubber glove. But I'm like, well, he's apparently a lifeguard, right? And so he has first aid training. So it's a good thing he had a first aid kit. And it's a good thing he had rubber gloves because that's what you want to do when you're entering aid to people. Now, you don't want to have the gloves on while you're fucking running around with your gun in your hand, but he's 17. So, and it is a riot after all, so, you're looking for perfect fucking hospital cleanliness? Are you stupid? So, he's there, he's helping protect this body shop, gas station, whatever. Apparently, protesters, as has been reported, lit a dumpster on fire and were pushing it towards the building. Kyle, and as was reported, a couple of other people, I don't know who, they put the fire out. This upset the rioters because they like to set fires. They don't like it when you put them out. So the crowd begins to converge on Kyle, right? Kyle is now by himself. That's why I'm like, I don't understand. Other people help him put the dump. Where'd they go? I don't know. Kyle's all by himself now. They begin to converge on him, and now we get into the video, right? This is no longer reports. This is the fucking video. If you want to prove me wrong, you're gonna have to watch the video and show me where it is that I'm wrong, because this is also the fucking, the complaint. So the video cuts in, and there's people kind of, you can see people in the background converging on this, whatever the fuck, this building. Kyle is kind of playing Ring Around the Rosie with another guy around a car. They're running around this car. At one point, they kind of go back behind the building. You can't see either of them really anymore. Shots are going off. A lot of shots are going off. Apparently, there was a guy who was trying to get Kyle's gun. Kyle was defending himself, shooting this guy. That is not on film, but that is in the complaint. So I don't know. You see Kyle come around, the back of the car. Guy's chasing him. You see Kyle turn and shoot him. Dude goes straight down. He shoots him. The dude just straight goes down. Just collapses. Another guy who, as is reported, was like a reporter, I think, or he was there covering it. He was kind of like a neutral entity of some sort. He starts checking out the guy that Kyle shot. Kyle is looking at, not down on his knees checking him out, but, he's standing over him like, oh my God, fucking. And then you see Kyle take out his phone and he calls 911. There's actually a point where you can hear him say, I think I just killed someone. Right? So he begins to run. He starts running up the street. People are chasing after him, right? Switches to a different video. We now have a different perspective. Kyle's running along. A guy runs up behind him. Fucking comes from way back. Full on fucking swings a stupid punch. Knocks him in the back of the head. Hard enough to knock his hat off, right? And he doesn't wear his baseball hat like I do. So, if you're hitting somebody in the back of the head hard enough to knock the hat off, you're hitting them pretty decently, or at least you're fucking hitting them and striking up, whatever. So hits him hard enough to knock his hat off. Kyle continues to run. I don't recall if something happened that made him fall, or if he just kind of tripped over his own feet and fell. But he just kind of falls to the ground. He falls to the ground. Another guy runs up and jump kicks him in the head. Kyle fires at this guy, misses. Right? Kyle gets to where he's starting to get up. Another guy comes from another direction. Some people are saying he hit him with a skateboard. Other people are saying he was trying to hold him down with the skateboard. He kind of did both. He didn't hit him with a skateboard, right? He kind of hit him with the skateboard and then just, from here, and just used it to kind of hold him down. And he was grabbing for the gun. He grabbed for the rifle. I believe he grabbed the barrel. Not totally sure on that, but I believe that it was reported by somebody at some point that he grabbed the barrel. Now, this is the other guy that Kyle then shoots and kills. He shoots him. Dude kind of turns around, takes a couple of steps, and he goes down. Another guy comes up, and you can actually see, another guy comes from the, the dude, he hits him from behind. Another guy comes and jump kicks him from behind, but now it's kind of on the side. And then another guy comes from this direction with the skateboard. Dude comes from this direction, now with a gun. You can see him with the gun in his hand in the video, right? This motherfucker is armed with a pistol. Kyle turns, shoots him in his bicep, pretty much evaporating his bicep. The meat, just when the bullets come out, they come out way bigger. And when there's only so much there, it comes out, it just pretty much evaporated his fucking bicep. And then another guy who's standing next to the dude with the gun, he stops, puts both of his hands up, and begins to back away. Kyle sees this, lowers his rifle, turns, and begins to run again. Right? He runs to the police. Now this is all reports again. He runs towards the police. He's approaching the police with his hands up. His rifle's still in his hands, but his hands are up. And he's saying, I'm here to turn myself in. The police go, awesome. We're kind of in the middle of a riot. We don't have time for you. Go turn yourself in at the precinct because we're dealing with a riot, right? So, because he's not a threat to the police, they tell him to get the fuck on. You know, you want to turn yourself in? Precinct's down that way, motherfucker. Yeah, we're busy, right? Kyle then goes, all right, well, I'll turn myself in. So he goes home, back across state lines, and turns himself into the police in his hometown, right? I believe they are now in the midst of the extradition hearing to try and get him from the state that he lives in to Wisconsin. I don't believe that has been resolved yet. I don't believe he's been extradited yet. I have no clue. His bail was set for like $2 million or something like that, which is fairly reasonable for what happened. When it comes down to it, it sounds like a lot for a 17-year-old kid to have to cough up, but it is fairly reasonable for what happened. 2 people are dead and 1 person is crippled. $2 million is fairly reasonable for what happened. I would say that it is clear-cut self-defense. I mean, it is clear-cut self-defense. All 4 situations wherein people were shot at was self-defense. Now, there is 1 count that is being brought against him of reckless endangering, which is the guy that I said earlier that was the neutral party, who came in and checked out the guy that Kyle killed first. Apparently a shot came his direction and hit the pavement next to him. That is reckless endangering. Of all the counts that are being brought against Kyle Rittenhouse, that's the only one with real credibility. This fucking murder shit, that ain't gonna fly. All they need to do is look at the fucking video. And honestly, on the complaint, it says a guy comes up and kicks him in the head. He fires at him but misses. Reckless endangerment. No. Self-defense, and that dude's lucky. Another guy comes up and hits Kyle over the head with a skateboard. He fires at him and kills him. Like, this is the way that the complaint is worded. It's all people attack Kyle, he shot them. You know what I mean? Like, guy comes up with gun, Kyle shoots him. It's very clear-cut self-defense. But because it's a crazy white boy shooting at people with an assault rifle, you know, one of those military-style weapons, and it's happening in a BLM protest where there's only peaceful protesters setting these fires, you know, because of that situation, he is now being indicted on murder charges. Because the mob demands it, so it must be. Otherwise, they will come to my house and yell at me and not let me sleep. So, they're now trying to prosecute this kid. Now, Kyle Rittenhouse, as far as has been reported, is not a part of any group. He's not with Black Lives Matter, obviously. He's not with Antifa, obviously. He has not been reported to have been a member of the Proud Boys or the fucking religious dudes, whatever, the guy got killed. All these fucking groups, as far as I have heard, he has not been named as a part of any of them. Not a one. Right? So, that is the story of Kyle Rittenhouse, as it stands at this moment, as far as my knowledge is. What's the story for the day? Well, Joe Biden's campaign decided to put out a funny little propaganda meme. Joe Biden talked about all these white supremacists that Donald Trump is supporting. And he puts a picture, or video, all I saw was a picture of Kyle Rittenhouse. Pretty much, the former vice president, has declared Kyle Rittenhouse a white supremacist. So Kyle Rittenhouse has decided to sue Joe Biden's campaign for libel. Because as I said, there has been yet to be a report of Kyle Rittenhouse being a part of any group. There has yet to be a report of Kyle House being affiliated or being in any way thought to be a white supremacist. He's just some 17-year-old kid, really, that was asked to help protect property, and he said, okay. Is he the smartest fucking bulb in the box? No. Hey, if somebody asks you, you want to come help me defend my building during the riot tonight? No. This is why I'm not a business owner. I fucking no. No. Why would I want to do that? People are going to be shooting me then. Anyways. So, yeah. Joe Biden has called out Kyle Rittenhouse as a white supremacist. And Kyle Rittenhouse is fucking suing for libel. I think that's fucking fantastic. And I hope he takes it to court. Like, I hope he legit takes them to court. Like, if they say, we'd like to, you know, offer you a deal, I hope he goes, take your deal and shove it up your ass. I want to see you in court. I want you to, in open court, explain to the world why it is you thought it was appropriate to just call me a white supremacist on Twitter to millions of people. Can't you see I'm in the middle of some shit right now? I am yet again defending my life. I'm defending my life because I defended my life. And you're going to call me a fucking white supremacist? You're going to throw that shit out there? You don't have a case coming up. They're going to need to pick juries, maybe, that are going to be fucking neutral. Hey, asshole. Like, what? I'm telling you, man, it's these people. I'm not saying that anybody else would be above doing this. I'm not saying that Donald Trump would be above doing this. It was somebody that was doing some dumb leftist shit. You know, he's putting out videos of stuff. But he isn't calling out anybody specifically and calling them anything any other than what they are. But the left lives in a different reality as the rest of us. So they see Kyle Rittenhouse. What do they see? A white kid with an assault rifle shooting BLM protesters. Obviously, he's a white supremacist because he's white and because he's shooting at BLM protesters. And he killed 2 people, so obviously it's murder. Right? I don't care what the video says. Look at him, the video shows him murdering 2 people. So, they just don't fucking, they don't care, man. Like, and this is really fucked up because, like I said, this kid has a fucking court date coming up. Like, that is not some shit that he needs in his life right now. And he's 17. He is still technically a minor. Like, ethically, morally, in every Lee that there is, Lee Jeans is bad. Like, that's just bad. What the fuck? Really? Like, you're just gonna... Wow. That is such a disregard for humanity. To just straight up throw that out there like that with no fucking proof. But that's what they do. They just throw shit out there with no fucking proof because why bother? So many people believe them. So, yeah, I hope Kyle takes him to fucking court. I hope he straight up takes him to full-on fucking court and makes him explain. I want to watch it. I want to see the hearing. I want to see the whole fucking thing. Because, man, that is just fucked. That is super fucked. So, yeah, there you go. Joe Biden's getting sued already by the citizenry. Like, personally. Like, I mean, it's not Joe Biden. It is his campaign, after all. But nevertheless, nobody's suing the Trump campaign yet. I mean, you know, Trump got nominated for Nobel Peace Prize 3 times. And then somebody nominated Joe Biden. I don't know what for, but they nominated Joe Biden because, right? If Trump's got 3, Joe needs at least 1. Come on, he's running for president against the man. So I'm sure somebody will wind up suing the Trump campaign for something at some point. Just wait. It'll happen because Joe's getting sued, so it's got to happen the other fucking way. But, yeah, dude, I fucking heard that, and I was like, ah! Awesome.